It's time to start planting, and we're at a great place today that's got all of your plant needs if you're in West Tennessee. I'm with Morgan Benson. He's with Digger O'Dell Nursery and Landscape. And you're going to tell me, Morgan, kind of some tips that viewers might need as far as selecting plants and what plants go together, which ones don't.
Absolutely.
So tell me about this, because let's just say I'm your typical customer and I come up and I've got a hodgepodge of plants just like this. You want obviously success in the garden, so how would you advise me as far as which plants need to be planted together, which plants don't?
It probably all starts with a size and a location for your particular garden area, whether it be against the house or if you're doing more formal or more leisurely planting throughout the yard. You always want to know the sizes of things, just how big they get. You don't want to put something too big and too small of a space.
And no, it's not going to stay this size.
Exactly, not by any means.
So let's say I've got this variegated hydrangea. Okay, so obviously your tag is a source of a lot of information as far as this goes, but what it doesn't tell you is what would look good with this.
Exactly. Well, if you're thinking hydrangea, you're thinking probably more morning sun, afternoon shade. Those there are some varieties that can handle more sun, but this variety in particular loves morning sun, afternoon shade. You can always go with a color pop of the Georgia Peach Heuchera. That's going to go good in front of the hydrangea to give you that caramel purpley color to offset this white and green, which would look really well.
It's a real contrast, isn't it? Okay, so all of these are all of these in this family shade lovers?
They are. Most of your Heucheras can take a little sun. Sometimes after, they start getting that hot afternoon heat, that might burn them up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's always best. Morning sun, probably up to about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something like that is going to be best for that plant.
Got it. And tell me what this little adorable is right here that's got the sweet little bloom.
That is a shade-loving Brunnera. Fairly low, tends to kind of spread out and clump out a little bit. Very good for deeper shade gardens. And again, you get the contrasting white and green with the pops of blue on top of the plant.
Talk to me about the sun lovers. Let's start with this this wonderful fountain grass.
That's your purple fountain grass. He's going to be, for zone 7, he'll be an annual. But this is a good pop of color around the mailbox, in planters on either side of a sunny front porch. Lots of purple color. You'll get the greens in there too, and of course your little cattail on top. But sun lover as much as you can give it.
And is this a water lover as well?
I would say no. Most of your grasses are pretty drought tolerant, so you could go a little on the lighter side for water and you'd be okay.
And I do love this funky.
It gives you a different texture. Like I said, in front of the either side of your doorway would look perfect. Against a white house, that purple's really going to pop.
Okay, so you've got this in a planter. What would you accompany this with that I have here on my cart?
You could do, probably the best thing would be the moss phlox with the purple up front.
Here.
Exactly. That would do more to trail over your planters, give you a nice spill effect. You could even pick you out a few more trailing annuals and stick it in the pot, maybe some chartreuse yellow potato vine or something like that. That would work well.
Yeah, just something that's just a little bit different than your normal look.
Exactly.
Now you've got some unusual things, and I want you to talk to me about this lovely plant here.
I do. This is a Jazz Hands dwarf white lorpellum. It's kind of almost a cousin to the emerald snow lorpellum. This guy is going to do about 3 to 3.5 tall and wide. Green foliage with the white flowers. So instead of your contrasting purple with your red or pink flowers, this gives a good alternative.
And is this the sun lover?
It is sun lover.
Okay.
It'll go very well with your salvia or your moss phlox.
Okay, and then talk to me about this wonderful fern here, because I just love the variation that you've got on this fern.
That's a Japanese painted fern. As it matures up, you'll have more purpling through your center vein through here. Lots and lots of nice greens and whites on this plant too. Smaller in size. Maybe he's not going to get big as some of your more traditional, say your autumn fern or something like that.
Right.
He won't handle quite as much sun as the autumn, so again, you might go back to maybe doing these as a second tier in front of your variegated hydrangea.
See, this is the beauty of talking to somebody at the nursery,
Yeah.
because you can't know everything. So
Exactly.
it's nice to see the new stuff. And you actually had a Japanese maple that really caught my eye.
We do. We have a Sengukaku Japanese maple, also known as the coral bark. Lots of crazy pink bark throughout the winter. The leaves come out chartreuse green, and then they fade to a bright yellow in the fall. So almost, 3 times of color year round.
And it's just stunning. I mean, it almost looks fake.
Yeah. People ask if they're painted and all kinds of, no. This one will handle more sun than some of your traditional ones. He'll do fine in a little bit of, if he was getting morning sun up to afternoon shade. Even if he was a shady garden in the morning and afternoon sun in the afternoon, that'd be fine.
Okay, so Morgan, we've got a common azalea here, but this one is so loaded with buds. What's the name of this
That
azalea?
is a midnight flare azalea. Medium-sized grower, loves the morning sun, likes a little bit of being protected in the afternoon from that hot heat, but all around a great azalea. Smaller leaf on that, and you can see the new growth is a lot brighter
It is.
against that mature.
And it's loaded with buds.
Loaded.
And you were telling me that a good companion plant for this azalea is this little adorable. Now tell me who this is.
That is Artemisia silver mound. So that gives you and you can tell it's very
Yes.
soft. Again, I've seen this plant do well in morning sun. I've seen it get a little afternoon, and it does just fine. Great texture. That's where the key thing is for that. If you do that towards a low walkway or something in the same bed as the azaleas, it would give you a nice, that gray-green look compared to that dark leaf with the red blooms. Lower growing plant, and it'll spread out for you.
And it feels like a cashmere sweater.
It does, very soft.
So it's like the cashmere sweater of
Yep.
the plant world.
And these guys, you can cut those back in the fall, and they'll come back with abundance in the spring.
Oh, see, that's what we love. In kind of thinking about this to help our viewers, what's the common mistake that people make with plants? Do they bunch them too close together? I've always heard that.
A lot of times, because you're spacing on your plants. Some of these guys, if a plant's getting 4 feet, you don't necessarily need 3 of them in a 6-foot area,
Right.
So if you let the plants kind of do their thing and kind of follow their natural size, you would reduce your cost in your planting,
Right.
But also not make it look crammed up and messy 2 years down the road.
Right. So here at the nursery, tell me how y'all got oodles of plants.
Yes, we do.
Anything that you need, you've probably got.
Yep.
So how many greenhouses, and do you have any idea how many plants y'all run through here?
Oh, a lot. We've probably got 15 plus greenhouses that we sell out of for sure. We're on a 30-acre lot. We've been here since the late 70s, early 80s. We changed ownership about 11 years ago. I've been with the company for probably the past 5 years, and we've expanded our inventory since then. So we are really kicking as far as perennials, annuals, trees, and shrubs. We've got them.
That's perfect to know.
More or less March through probably November, we're here 7 days a week.
Got it.
Yep.
It is a beautiful place to
Thank you.
visit. You've made me want to
You gonna
load
take
up.
a few home with you?
Yes.
There you go.
And I really appreciate your expertise. And thank you for our viewers, to you as well, that we want to be plant friendly.
Yeah.
And so talk to your nursery.
Talk to your local guys. They'll know what's going on.
Exactly.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.